Yeah, we got to start. All right.
I don't know, man. No advantage where I see my back behind the seat.
All right. Tikirani, this is not a general, our normal, ordinary meeting. This is just an extraordinary meeting. Mokoni to just new carry to discuss a letter that came from Tita. That is His Royal Highness representative, concerning the invitation we gave him to attend our inaugural. And then I had written some comments before this letter, which I thought maybe would have also equally exposed it there for us to see. But anyway, let's just go to the content of the letter, then discuss. I turned a letter the invitation that we gave to the fund to attend our inaugural, I think from now till that time is almost more than a month. That invitation was given in February. And then the fund himself, Bachubi, for quite a long time, she ran or nothing. And then suddenly, he doesn't have an ID card and a passport. So I wrote to them. I told him that the listing that we are just expecting for the fund or any other person that want to invite to establish should be just be the ID card, the passport. And then the rest is from this end. We know exactly what we need to do. But Mokoni from that time, and they were coming, she is one no more, but just took a war in a forum that was created by his representative, Tita Techoro. But a member in our meeting. So my reaction was that he doesn't have the money. He can't establish a passport for could try war Bengui, not a Bengu, but that was ID card. Passport. And come on a passport. It's almost around 250,000. So Masukuya Bonobo. The procedure to establish a passport in Abiga. The very first day I sent that letter was just so simple. You go to the police station, you establish an ID. You have a receipt, what we call a receipt, and then you take that receipt, certify it with your birth certificate. You take it to the delegation of national or public security, so that we will establish a passport. But the system on a passport Cameroon to you need, when you have the certified copy of your birth certificate and an ID, you go to any cyber cafe. There is already an online link number 9. So that fraud that was in Cameroon is no more existing again. The children, when you go to that link, you apply for your passport and you should have money in your Momo account, your phone Momo account. What it means money, I will just get that phone for paying. And once you pay it, the receipt is given to you there. You will take that receipt, join with the certified copy of your birth certificate and ID card to the delegation of public security for the establishment of your passport. Very easy. Within the next 3 days, it's out. So that was what I explained. But from that time till then, nothing was done. So war, and that was the very explanation that I gave. To establish a passport, 110,000 francs. That's Cameroon money. And I'm on a cyber cafe. Sometimes you get it, those guys that are working there, maybe the employees or the manager of any cyber cafe, to process that particular application might require you to pay a fee of 5,000 or 10,000. And so I'm born in African for a whole month and a half to respond to us. So when I said that, that is when Titana wrote this letter to me. And I want us to look the content of this letter and then try to reply back, because the substance of it, I don't want to know. We need to meet as a group and then look at the substance of this particular letter. So I let away money. When dear Brahimos, thank you for That's choosing a comprehensive approach on the step required to facilitate the visa and visa process of His Royal Highness to the US. I had a different thought. Since this project was conceived and approved by ZATACUDA USA, it is but logical that ZATACUDA USA re-evaluate and re-strategize. As a matter of fact, His Royal Highness is very thankful with the thought, love, and effort that have been put into this clairvoyant initiative to invite him to the ZATACUDA USA launching in July 24th. It appears there are a lot of moving parts that will require the team in US to reevaluate and re-strategize and do something additional consultation at home and abroad in order to execute the visit project smoothly. Who do you need? Who do we need to talk to? Is it necessary to bring in someone like Prof. Mbarika and his IT university to strengthen the invitation? Or someone like Pahom Friabe, who has had some experience in this kind of project, etc.? How many persons will travel with the phone and at whose cost? What is the time like? What is the timing like? Can the visit be secure prior to July 2024? If not, what are other options out there as plan B? Now, what are the potential items that we want the visit to achieve? Who looks after securing of travel documents and other expenses? The list is quite long, but the ZATACUDA USA team just need to put heads together and reevaluate and re-strategize and ask themselves, what does it take to invite our father? Also, we all know the sacrifice that Mbe is making back at home regarding security threats and his upkeep. He cannot possibly have the financial means to support the document expenses towards the project. How can this be facilitated by the ZATACUDA USA team, etc.? If we can discuss on these items, it will facilitate the process of future endeavors. Thank you. All right. I want us to go by line. I let Ango Mokoni Jidakamgun. Mokoni Bamlin to already phone 1 minute. Try to reason. I want you to reason what it is. Let not just look at it and then just brush over it. Let's look it very keenly, because there's a lot of issues there to be discussed. And that's why I have to call it an emergency meeting. So, Mr. Teacher, you've read it already, right?
No, this is my first time of seeing this, and I'm reading along with you guys. Nibob, have you read this before?
It's not about before, Mr. Teacher. And I'm going to, that's the reason why I had to read. The Kennedy, this is a letter that was sent.
Okay.
And if you want me to give maybe 3 minutes for all of us to read a little bit and then try to understand before we react, then fine.
Yeah, my first time also. As you were reading, I was reading along with you as you were reading.
Okay.
I'm just seeing this because I was just thinking what this will be all about.
Me too.
Yeah, it was sent yesterday. So there was
Okay.
I don't know we need this as emergency meeting to discuss about this, because it's a lot of things concerning ZATACUDA United States. All right, so maybe I will give the first reaction to our Secretary General, then I will follow, and then we'll continue from there. SJ.
Yes.
Yeah, you went through this letter. Just need your input. Or you want me to direct the way we need to go through it?
Anyway, yeah, throw more light.
All right.
on how
All right. So yes, what I want to say is that, see, this is ZATACUDA United States Association. Yes, we thought that now that we have been incorporated and we are now having that legal status, because Connie, we need to come out first and foremost, tell the world, tell the public that this is who we are and this is what we stand for. And by doing that, we thought it was necessary for us now to invite people. It is not a must that those people must come, but we thought to extend our tentacles very far, especially with the allies people from our area. And to Konongoni, a bang zaka yana to be called before. Even if we are doing something without even the fund being there, but sometimes it was very necessary for us to able now to invite the fund to be part of it. So to Charlotte and I came with Kerangoni, we ZATACUDA has been in the United States for quite a long time, but now we are now constituted. So Azuru walk, because Azuru Sony, maybe sometime, maybe we'll take somebody to Kerangoni, we have that legal standing to get that capacity to do that. We are guarding as an illegal structure, then we have right to really respond to that person very clearly. So to Charlie Tabon, Maria Zochina, we are not trying to tell the world our purpose and what we stand for. And we support one is the allies of that place, they are really there for us. So to Charlie Tabembe. So on that letter, when I for quite a long time, but a word from another country, you know, over the year, a member a meeting who has never even responded to us, even one day. But more banners at the Chorotanga meeting, we put him in this meeting to be one of us here. But more we've not had any comment from. But over a different country, a country that is not even organizing this particular operation. I am back. The tribunal work, the norm opening, you know, you do something in your own place and then we're more in another country to act instead of asking you from that house. Because when you have a difficulty, the first thing is, what should I do? So, but she'll build down on bed, she'll build one boy, he has no right, he has his liberty to whatever thing is. So, what you over Canada? No, and from that time, and then Trikabuzwangamo, so Mbachangwan, the first thing the Maragarachin Bachangwan, he have a different thought. He has a thought. So Mban get association. Now he be a member. Then association. I'm looking at the second by he Mbachangwan Mbeni, Mbakawan. We have our program. Somebody elsewhere from somewhere cannot have a thought concerning an association exists, you are not even part of it. Here we contribute anything, and they have a different thought on how you want us to do. We have been building this thing, coming up every blessed day to make sure this thing holds. But Mera from Canada has a different thought about whatever thing we sent to Mbe, which we are going to now step by step. They had a different thought. Since the project was conceived by us, I mean, it's not a project that we conceive. We have an association. We just want to invite somebody to come. That's one thing I want to know. To invite with the year, we are conceiving a project.
Coordinator.
Yes.
Yes. Normally, I also look at it from my own perspective, and what you are saying is all in line with what I had in my memory, that Mr. Cultural, like the spokesman of there, I think they did not do a wrong thing to ask to maybe assign him as his spokesman according to the culture to look into this matter. But the problem we are having now is that this guy, he took this communique and head this committee and see what we can come out with. All right, America Bekere, I'm coming in line now. America Kirechine, we run things in the US. US is not Canada. And then, Melbourne, news a community, it didn't carry effort or no effort to see what next need to be done, what information do they need, like what is worried and asking all those questions now. And McKenna has asked so many questions and asked even questions that he's not supposed to ask, because it is not like we are making an occasion for the fun. No, we are not making an occasion for the fun. We are making our occasion and inviting the fun to be a witness, and witnessing the occasion. He can say something. He can bring a program. He can do this. We know we had a lot that will prepare him when he is coming. That okay, hold this, so that when you reach here, we can use it, and it will be of beneficiary to you and to the entire village and us. But we are going to plan to do with Bene to get a bit to remember. This is all what we're planning. Just an invitation to come here is very, very, very important. And watch the other part of the world and see how life is. By the time he goes back to his palace, indirectly he must have learned a lot, which it is not you to tell him, it's not me to tell him, it's not Nibob to tell him, it's not Mr. Gideon to tell him, but he will use his own eyes and learn many things, and his memory is going to change. By the time he gets back home, he will have, and maybe the way he's taking decisions on certain issues, the way he's going to look at things is going to change. That was the first aspect. Correction of the mind makes you be whatever you are. If the mind is constituted in a particular environment, I don't think you can think further away from that environment. You can only think further away out of your environment when you are physically out of that environment. That will maybe foster your thinking ability that, oh, this is this. Okay. Now, when he says we should re-strategize, it seems as if he knew already what we had in our mind, what we were planning, and said we should re-strategize. I don't know what we are going to re-strategize. What was the strategy we had before that we are strategizing? That one, I don't know. But my own idea right now is that if we do everything, we look at it and come out with something, so that we want the fun memory to go around the world, and then so that whenever he's thinking, we are not going to tell him that he strategize. He himself will know that I've moved around, I've seen things, and I hope I can do things like that. I hope if I have an issue, definitely contact our key. Definitely contact this environment. Definitely contact in order to initiate changes to take place wherever you are. So, I think the morning when so ignorance play a lot in this note. Ignorance, because we were kakere to fakwe agam no ni ignorance na jura to makakira no more to biri then to biri to kere, they will update our thoughts. Thank you.
All right. Nakon gamna SG gama yini umugama bazaranguni wafagama everything achuranguni. He has read it all. Ayaka the re-summary in Zena mother conduct, which is very right. But more just in I just want to repeat line by line so that by the time that we want to summarize it, SG for summarize it, then all of us will win a result text war for the very first time to war. For the security, why we are holding this meeting. That's a training at the war meeting in Bochini 30 contest about more, they disagree about more, but we just want to clear our mind and give our own point of view. That was the reason why be caught. Let's just look it from the very first place. Mr. Teacher highlighting, I had a different thought. I invitation but one more. Somebody from somewhere could get a different thought. I don't know what it means. And then if the logical ZATACUDA to reevaluate and research. So what are we re-evaluating here? What are we re-suggesting here? Because we gave an invitation. Then Bauri will re-evaluate and research. So I just want us to go by that word so that at the end we'll know exactly what to do. Then the second phrase again, as a matter of fact, Zagidi, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chairman, may I suggest something?
Okay, suggest, yes.
I thought you had made it abundantly clear that when we're in a meeting like this, let's introduce ourselves, especially with crucial issues like this, so we know who's actually there.
Right.
Know that, especially that we cannot see you rocking without your name. That was, I just wanted to.
That's correct.
Minus on that. Okay.
So I will join aware because I'm seeing we are almost 6 of us here. There's somebody with an iPhone.
Yeah, I am on.
Okay.
Okay. Prince.
Yeah.
Welcome, Master. Thank you very much. I think I
Okay.
wrote you quite right. That's what. The next person, Bora Kawrowe. Makon Akalilian Kawe.
I am all.
All right, good. All right. So I don't want to let that one in the child. I mean, why this meeting is because of this note that was written to us by Tita, and it concerns us. I don't want to born to come so that the carrier reply and the brenna. So that by the time that the SJ will be able now to put down and put whatever we are going to send, it is our word. That's why we decided to say, okay, let's sit down and look at this thing. The only thing in back at chai, I don't want to go no option SJ for Gami chai, main invitation member. Plus other people, number yes, are inaugural. But when we have this letter like this, then to Sokonongoni, there's something wrong somewhere. But you know, like the very first part, the project on back concept. It is our association here. ZATACUDA member in the United States, they can meet together, do things to help back home. And in the corner, this is who we are, and this is what we stand for. We have to make this inaugural. That is the very first initial step in Bakokon. And it becomes like want to discriminate. So we now extend our tentacles right far. Let's just invite our father home to come. So but American ingam berita no gama. So I resort to Kasa Antigama and Mergana Wuni. Merfagaran will make a different thought. Because a woman invitation number one. Somebody is give a different thought on what you give. I don't know what it means. And then secondly, well, re-evaluate and restart. I don't know from what point he's talking about it. Now we might get it in the substance. Number 3, he said, as a matter of fact, His Royal Highness Mariga, he was very thankful about what we have done, and so on and so forth. And I thought that Choro is a member of this group, and have a register board, Mariga and table register. He would have understood that the day could be born a letter, June, it's not even July. You see, the day is June, baby, so it's not even July. So even here, there's already an error, but we are not going to trace on that. We just want to make it very clear. Textual error can also be very detrimental. That one is one. Then when it appears that day are a lot of moving parts. Okay, there's a moving part. This is where the whole thing comes from. That will require the team in USA to re-evaluate and re-strategize and to do something additional consultation at home and abroad in order to execute the visit project. All right, now he didn't say anything. Now we go further. Who do you need to talk to? Is it necessary to bring in someone like Prof. Marika and his IT? So this is where you see the bone of contention coming. We send an invitation to PA to come. Now, he represented the trade beginning more to strengthen the invitation. I don't know what kind of strengthen the Maragama Kukui, and that was not even the content of the letter we sent. So the children, when someone want to rule us, but in Amagama putting down is just like you are telling us that we don't know what we in the United States are doing. Because when you propose somebody from out, the Kenan wouldn't normally have to Kenny goes on Prof Barikaya, a member. He's supposed to be a member of ZATACUDA United States. And Bamaka let one invitation or going to do. We need somebody like him. He quoted, there's only with a quote already in Barika and his IT university to strengthen just not just him, like and his IT university to straighten the invitation. Not Chiranguni, Marika, the Zoranguni, a mere problem Barika alone. Zakri, yes, small, but Mark Denwood Arabo run by IT university to strengthen the invitation we've already sent. Zurichim Baby Zoranguni, the invitation had a problem. Or someone like Nipa and Humphrey, who has an experience. The Chiranguni later on by Chairman Bene, we don't even have an experience to write a letter. A simple letter, you are inviting somebody. That's why I said there are certain things that I don't know the information that is going out there. Somebody will write an issue like this. You are not even part of that group. You don't know what is happening. You are now referring us to somebody who has a lot of experience to straighten. I don't know where the error is or where the issue is. And then so as a group, let's see this. We see like this more, I comment more. Maybe it is a bias or not. Because I'm gonna check 50. You was in a bongo of corner, they want to meet and start doing something. Then we start having again another kind of different options coming in now to discourage. The people feel very bad. But before then there was a time that we are trying to make a meeting, but was a nomination. Somebody is nominating somebody from home to come and control us here. I've never seen that in the whole wide world. But they're appointing people from home to come and even control us here. I've never seen that. So, and this one is coming here now, like Abchanazu. Now, if it is necessary, we need someone like Prof and his IT university. So these are two people. They're not just talking about one person. They're not just talking about Prof.
It's not just two people, it's like three people, Prof Barika, IT university, and our own pioneer, Neon Freeway is here with us, who is in this meeting with us.
Good.
I don't know whatever he is. And then the next thing is how many persons will be traveling with him. I like that one, and whose course.
Yes.
So that's another point to consider with it.
So now, no, I just want to go with this so that we'll go now. The next one is how many persons will travel? The content of our invitation was very clear. Then we read in the meeting. The other one we invite Pa and with an advisor. So it depends on what he chooses to be. But Pa and ni Humphrey, that was what I mean. Ni Mbangwe. We don't know. That was just what we know about it. But what I told them was that first thing, you need to have your ID card. You need to have a passport. When you have a passport, then you go and feel to have an interview there. That is the very first thing. If there's any difficulties in that, let us know immediately. That's what we want to know about it. 1 month from that time till today. I mean, more than I almost on in what really almost on in April.
Nothing was done. Nothing was done then.
Yes, nothing was done then.
It's 2 months to the event, just around the corner.
It's around the corner. And if you even go now to fill the DS form and they form the DS 160, almost on the embassy can even give you that near time for an interview. It will be difficult.
No way.
So, how many people are supposed to travel? Can bear decide. Yeah, no, we just want to go, Lee. We just want to go through this. What you are saying, we know, but we cannot just assume like that. As I know, we just want to go through this later and see if they can go. Maybe people may have some luck. There are some gaps. We don't know. So that's all.
Bragidi. Time we no parking, late parking na here. So within when I coordinate a program when in Brani. Mokon bin actual cap is on a ticket, but any other person na year when any family member but I can we family member when I sponsor no family member and then if a sponsor we that way pa mo soro na year because we be never gonna in appear transport man we I condura no. Yes, I awareness. So and then the other expenses I number. So I'm sure if we backup no cover certain expenses. We shouldn't even bring anything like inviting people.
Well, but my chairman and secretary and prince Marini Gan only and Connie Akaburn Bobbers at what one corner with your car. I don't know be sangaze, but who
Okay.
Jamaican, but you know, my binder what binder no machine.
Yeah, Chairman.
All right. Some of we didn't when I send a letter even to the PG, Felix, the way we do it is that you sponsor yourself, we give you invitation, but once you are coming here, we are going to give you all the necessary accommodations you get till you leave. I told him, we will give you. If the association cannot give you, we individuals are going to cover you with that. That one is very clear. We are going to give you that. That one was very clear. Morgan Bumera, we spoke about that. When you are coming, it's an opportunity for people who have never been here. They can use that forum to come here. We have to go start spending money for you to come. No. I told him, and he was clear about it. And so on. But we would have proceeded from that level now for get an interview. And lucky enough, Prince Solomon be because get an interview. He is even ready. He is even ready to buy that flight. But Mbe has not even done the preliminary. There is nothing that he has done from that time. 2 months to today. What are we even talking about? So what are we talking about, Nibo?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Somebody has even said it, and if they are coming to that, we are going to provide a hotel for them for the 3 days. They will be fine. And there may be a pega. Once he's here, I was already talking with my friend, a very good man too. His Royal Highness Awazi. He was ready now to come and meet me here in Dallas for this occasion. Join me with penny, $100 to $200 and so on. Even not welcome. That guy cannot live from here less than $5,000. I'm very sure he cannot live from less than that. But it's one in the preliminary name back. ID card passport. Bon sir Rani solo. Now he has not even done anything for 2 months. And then people come with history. Remember literature. If we cannot do, you cannot do this. That's where I look at the whole thing. There's some people out there just wanted to discredit this union. Because when I look at it, sometimes people will look at it, they flash at it, they don't see it. But you might well be how many people? If you are coming and I wrote to the phone, anybody will pay a flight. But anything that happens in United States, ZATACUDA United States is going to take care about that. Since February, but come out to today, the whole thing comes up. So as well, just to answer what Lillian was saying, you have to do. Even Felix, who is the president of ZATACUDA Cameroon, has not even come in contact with us. He has not come openly. You know what? We are unable to. Because what we requested is just to have the interview. It's just the interview, Nibo. It's just to have the interview, and then let's see from there. Where do we go from there? Nothing has been done. So now let's proceed. You see the question now that is asking: how many persons will travel with the phone at whose cost? Now you've not even done the ID. Then what is the timing like? Can the visa be secure prior to July 4th? If not, why are all these questions? Somebody's inviting you. You have not done the preliminary. You ask us question like, is there somebody behind trying to tell them that what we are doing is fake? So what are the potential items that we want the visit to achieve? So I am married again, and what can you imagine this question? What are the potential items that we want the visit to achieve? We have an association. We have our program. Somebody is living in another country. Will the Birna born home or from? I mean, I don't know. That's why I just say, let me call us to really look at this, whether is it a kind of a letter that somebody will write to us. Who looks after the security of traveling, documents, and other expenses? The list is quite long, but ZATACUDA team just need to put heads together and reevaluate, re-strategize, and ask themselves, what does it take to invite our fund? So, when Gidi and the rest of people did what they did, what does it take? He knows that once he leaves Cameroon here, it is a different jurisdiction. Cameroon people, they can take care, they do whatever thing we do, we don't care about that. But when it is here, it is now under our own jurisdiction, then we'll know exactly what it is. Somebody will not start from somewhere and then get and be a big guy.
Start telling what we need, what he needs to know, how we're going to do it. Yeah.
Yes. You see.
No, this is right. Okay.
So that was just the content. So that when we do this, then the SG, the Secretary General, will now, and then we'll sit down, put the points together, and then he knows exactly how to reply the page. Because normally, from this question, I don't see, maybe Zoom, I don't see exactly what they have even done. Any children would have the interest to come. Because if the interest was there, where we have now booked for the interview there, and now the interview there is
yeah. They would have just let us inform that, okay, we already secured the interview date, it is this date. So we should start planning on how to respond to the aftermath of the interview. What is going to be a good interview or a bad interview? So all we would just need was to say, when they go to the interview and they approve of it, then that is when it comes back to us now. Say, okay,
that's right.
Now we have the interview, everything is set up now. It means that we have to bulldoze whatever we have to do here to start settling stuff. But you don't even have any proof of saying you have an idea, a passport, or anything. You're putting all this lengthy document, I don't see what it documents. Queries on here, it doesn't make any sense to me. If for me, I would just say at this point in juncture, I don't think this can proceed.
I want us to give our opinion. Let's give our opinion.
Yeah, this is my right now. At this point in juncture, by the time he even goes to get the pass, now they don't even have the money to go and do the passport. So they're expecting somebody to send money from us here to them.
Yes.
So that they can go and start even doing the passport. And then they expect us to send them money again to buy the flight ticket. They expect money also to this is just an embarrassment.
Yes.
So for me, at this point in time, we might even reconsider this thing maybe the next time when we will plan in ahead to do something, get another team to make another convention, maybe in California or in Chicago or whatever, we can create another team to invite them. Then we will have already secured some kind of a date 1 year in advance, and then we'll start planning. We'll tell them exactly what they start doing in advance before, not like this rush.
Yes, this was too close.
No, let me tell you, I will not consider this very close. Let me tell you, I'm consider this a very bad fit, because if you say close, the consent and even, the initiative would have been done to tell us that yes, they are ready. Wasn't a work okay, being the last time. I will tell you, even the way, even probably even the way I come here, Prof. Sonny Brigani, how long, how the bit cherry and Maria Pegani, Umaga story, you will tell me that what we are talking, we have a lot of time. I could fund to get that willing. Kabumbo could get that willing. Jitin letanga February. You reply us after 1 year and get an ID card. You will not stay 2 months to come and begin to tell us I don't want it is close. It's not about closeness. It's about the faith. and to do what was preliminary. I can't tell you how long. Recently, two war, this week that passed, I had to pay for 3 guys in Yaoundé. And Yaoundé, my house, in the beginning of war, Britain. But we take a passport. When the left did the passport, is 110 million for Ngoni passport, $110. And this is the procedure. And I gave the procedure very well. That was what I gave them. But they were even telling me that the passport was 250. Passport of Cameroon, no more fraud again. Actually, before. But the one was 250 for one person. But passport is $110. If you give 5,000, it's for
2-3 days. And
yes,
2-3 days is out. Yeah.
2-3 days is out.
110.
Yes. So to the Gani, it was a rush. There's no rush. If there's a rush, show us the consent, show us the initiative, show us the interest. We needed that interest anymore. We get a leader about found the country, but for 2 months, and then to say I don't want is a rush. It's not about a rush. We can see invite him just today and tomorrow.
Too close in paragraph on concerning financial situation matter. Morgan say close near America very noon kawe bichine kaimino passport. We're gonna pay interview fee. All those small fees sum up to say, hey, guess what? My interview is on this day. So I'm so I told Morgan okay, you're too close for someone to raise, because sometimes you can think that 100,000, 50,000 is nothing. But to others, it takes a long time to raise that amount. Now, I told them, okay, you're too close. Born even chai bonga bami for a part more. Any then but the sangazum, but children number 5. I told them.
Yeah, and they're going to more.
Coordinator. Coordinator.
Yes.
Yes. Small to I'm Kungam or P. Yeah, Makoni into person as small. I could friend, I can have follow up to the end. Follow letter way, Chinaka follow up paragraph by paragraph to the end, so that the first position turn at the content turn, then give proposals and make a conclusion. But the middle Congress and the first listening at Jim will conclude, and then to the meeting a little bit brief and straightforward to what we want. Yeah, just
no more kind of big. I mean, more kind of number one point is that from the time we write a letter, we have to make allusion to that. I mean, the time we write a letter, no page war. Maybe 10 million no contact again. The next 2 days anymore. Take a kit to this amount. They can't get it covered. To see Keranguni, I'm but you can't get it up. But when you leave from that time, without even telling us that you need something to do this, and then tell me chi, and then another one we need to do this, we need to consult somebody to come and tell us what to do, and so on and so forth. I don't know. That one is even out of question.
Those consultants in being Masawe book up and just consult this, let's consult this. Nihom is a member of this group, and Murmurka inga fetin benacho warning. Bruno also Brazil at we number 1. No be the number consumer. Mokoni Burn Berry to washing my letter watching to call and so Kaye Ning Bermon to an Mokoni nga Mofaka Gambo worm or none of me Mokonanguni Tibanangani ZATACUDA USA winner Zurchu warrior ZATACUDA USA winner near existing Banya because ZATACUDA was existing in USA, but it was not a unified ZATACUDA I wanted. ZATACUDA is in California, ZATACUDA in Chicago, ZATACUDA is everywhere. But it doesn't cancel that ZATACUDA has not been existing in various states in the US. It has been existing, but under a global umbrella. So that is a voice which we are using now. And voice worker from all the other sectors. The fortress in the future wanted to give a global voice. So that is what we are looking at. And the two of mobile years will re-strategize or to work consultancy. But I am a member. When need anything to work up, everything in the open. Kaya business monitor to behind doors and do it. It's in our meetings that we do all this planning, and all these guys are part of Victor. Nihom is in our meeting. He follows up everything that is going on in the meeting. I'm going a little bit out of it, and then no, sorry, I was not in the meeting, but take care about this when you are planning for the fund. So I mean, he has seen that what we are doing is good. So Kai will obviously refer why to matter and to work or for this and that and that. So that's it.
You see, when this idea came up, the idea of inviting our father to come be present at this very great occasion, without any waste of time, we did everything right.
Right.
That invitation was sent timely. And you see, sometimes we say actions speak louder than words.
Sure.
Okay. And you see, I see this to begin with a very lukewarm reception from the president, who is supposed to be a very, very active guy back home. If you're telling me that he has not even acknowledged as of date, it therefore means that he has not shown any interest.
Right.
To him, it's a dead on arrival project. Let me put it this way. Because he's even the one who was supposed to have followed up with our father, who is there in the village, to push him and say, okay, where are we? What documentation do we need to do? This and that, that and that, that and that. And it goes without saying, if we initiate a project of this nature attitude, normally we're supposed to pick up some things. So when it comes to some logistics, it goes without saying that we will certainly take care of them. But some things which we cannot do, that is what they have not done. As Solo was saying,
right.
I think we will just learn a big lesson from this one. And, as we go forward, because, well, this is not the end of it. Let's just launch our stuff. And going forward, we will now know how to, address it. But again, we did nothing wrong. Everything that we did was good to go. There's no time. I don't think any of us will sit behind and say, oh my God, having some conscience. No, we did everything right.
Right.
Okay? It's very unfortunate that we would have loved to see them here, but it's very unfortunate that, because of, again, we don't know what's going on. Maybe there's some people behind this saying this and that, we don't know. But brothers and sisters, let's just continue. We've been planning towards this thing. Again, it's very important that we respond to this brother who sent this letter to us. A number of things we're not supposed to, don't sit well in this letter. I think with the response, we just draw his attention to that and let him understand we need to draw a line. And maybe he doesn't know what we've been doing, and he just need to understand that.
He doesn't know. Nibob, actually, he doesn't know, because even though he's in our forum, but it seems like he doesn't even listen to our meetings or the minutes of our meetings, or maybe the language we are using is paradox. I don't understand, because he asking this question is in this forum, and every minute that we take in this meeting, in our meetings, they are published, they are read every day and published. So I don't seem to see where we are missing the point.
What is an IT university coming to do? IT university.
Just to Chiwe, he lives in Canada. He's not even back home, which means he's part of us. He's part of the North American continent, so he understands how things work. When so I'm just saying, it is somehow disheartening to hear somebody who is learned and then who understand what it means to displace our own father this way over here, and he's bringing all these unnecessary things that do not even need to be brought up after the invitation was sent. If he had all this concern, he would have even replied as spokesperson earlier than this.
Long ago than this. Come on.
Yeah, because I've struggled to get to Solo behind all at the time to say, bro, are you sure? Are you sure? Because I was really doubting. I said, Grand Solo, are you sure they really received this letter we sent to him? Because we are not seeing any movement. There are no signs that something is in a pipeline going.
And you remember, Sonny, and I told you that I would admit it, the last time you had a conversation, I told you I was going to get through to him, and I did. And then I wrote him, and then remember, I sent you back, I copied the correspondence that he sent to me. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. So
Yes.
you said that in a meeting that you were going to follow up.
Yeah, and I follow up. It's not that I've been follow up with querying him. Well, what's going on? It's just one thing at a time. It's just like somebody just well, I wouldn't say maybe just depending on how our own socio-economic and political situation back in Cameroon is depending on the north and southwest is kind of some kind of thing. Is, I don't know. It's kind of muddy also. So I think, but at this point in juncture, I don't think. No, this is my point. This is what I'm going to say. This is the last time I'm going to say it. At this point in time, I don't think we should pursue the project at this point in time. Based on the content of this letter and this thing, we should keep this letter for future reference in our reference, so that the next time, in maybe next year from today, when we send out the same kind of a letter to invite Pa, come for another occasion or something like that, we should go back into this letter and read it again, and then see what kind of logistic we need to put in an invitation letter, what the responsibility of the people back home and our responsibility back here, who respond for whatever and whatever. Yeah.
Grassoro, I'm sorry. What you are saying to me, I don't see it like that. I don't even see that. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Even if we are keeping the letter, if we start keeping this type of negative things, they will start disturbing our minds. Our mindsets are clear. We don't have any bias anywhere. What we were planning is what our convention that we are planning.
Our convention is going on.
Yeah, and then according to past invitation, we had our plans according to past invitation. Let's keep our plans intact the way they were before, and then we wait on them now to see what they are going to do. Now they are basing on, like a coordinator was saying, they are from the letter. They are basing on how many people, money for passport and whatsoever. We are not for that. I told Minjing privately behind when I saw that 250,000 that the coordinator is talking about. I saw it. I saw that thing. He sent it to me behind at the backstage. So what I told him was that, please, you guys should do your best. That was the reply I gave him. I told him, you guys, so far as anything concerning, do your best. I told him that. I can even forward the text on for us to see what I sent to him, that they should do their best.
All right. I just wanted to summarize. I think we should rounding off. I just want to also summarize, and everybody will give a closing remark on now. What will be our reaction? What will be the first thing that we wanted to take? Looking at the letter, all of us have read already. Now we look at it. So what are we now in a nutshell? I know that if we have to reply, we have to look from the very first, because that's how you reply a letter. You just look from the introduction, you start going down and so on and so forth, and seeing that now. But we can now, somebody can just summarize it, because we're not just going to put it all together. We can just put it in a very few, few sentences, based on what we've already read and what we've discussed. So I just want each and every one of you to give us the way forward. So how do we put this? I just want us to give our summary in a very short way. I want different versions so that we now can give to the secretary to compile. Maybe I will start with Mr. Prince or Lillian. Lillian, let me start with you. You are the Iron Lady here, and then I'll get to Ma Celine to give her own version if she's listening to us. We read this letter already. We've made comment about it, but now we have to come out with just a short paragraph to respond to this letter, knowing very well that we had dished out invitation to the fund and the PG, not just the fund alone, to the PG. The PG has never reacted nothing. Yeah,
I think
the fact that immediately when I did that, I made a comment with them. I talked to them, told them immediately to make sure he helped the fund to get the ID card immediately. When that letter was sent, it was not just, the next day. But till now, we are now getting this kind of comment.
Well, if I was going to say something, I will not even reply, or just let it go. Just forget about this later, and this whole thing, sending a letter to reply. There will be a little bit of conflicts or issues. To me, I would say we should let it go. We just forget that we receive a letter, and that's me.
Well, I don't. Maybe you want me to react to that, to say that. Look, when something comes out, we cannot say we will just stay adamant to that. We had dished out invitation somewhere, and if that invitation is not being done the way it is done appropriately, we cannot also sit to ask what is going on. And if there are follow-up statements coming out, and they will stay quiet, then this is a slap on our cheek. It will just show how little we are. That something came up, and then we cannot reply. United States. Are you kidding me?
Coordinator.
Yes.
We can't force words into her mouth.
No, I'm just saying, I'm saying that to me. What is she saying is her response, which is good. I'm saying that without replying it to me, I'm telling you from what we have.
We're going to reply. We're going to reply.
Chairman.
Yes. The next person, Mr. Teacher. The first yours.
Better experience. First of all, I know what I could tempt we gama kaya jol gama one more kaya Maria one kunuchi so aje china gani wachacher bubu gani aje of ozona ni offensive but I chini mo zone wo yengwato no kaya gani kada we jol gani zinga trash. Aye opinion marwe.
Wait to the opinion go boni and the mother just
no
go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I more any smudging it or okay. One more opinion. We should actually acknowledge and thank them with gratitude for responding after 90 days or so to your invitation. Second, I want to thank you sincerely for your vulnerability and integrity with regard to your ability to build relationship in fostering relationship between the United States and Cameroon, and you identify the Royal Majesty of Zhang as one of your invitees to foster that relationship. At this point in time, I will suggest and recommend that when you acknowledge that we need to form a committee. This thing is very deep. That committee should invite those who are identified in this particular letter and let them come here with us in the forum like this. Professor Victor Mbarika, Tita, Atechora, Professor Abe, and a host of others who are what you don't see right there, so they can come help us. And like Prince Solomon suggested, we are considering this letter, and it's not going to deter us from inviting the Majesty. And then in the meantime, we have a resident of fund who is the custodian in the United States, and we can suggest to our Father that, Lord, Majesty, help recommend that your colleague who is here will be representing you in the meantime. So we are glad for that response. That would be my suggestion. It's a humble suggestion. Over.
All right, thank you for that. But yeah, suggestion seems like you are talking more of what is our responsibility here rather than what they are supposed to do. But what I want to cancel from your point, I just want to make it very clear, is that it would not be proper for us, like you said, to call Professor Victor and Neonfree just for them to come and understand that we send a letter to the fund and they are unable to even establish an ID card. We can't begin to talk about that. Because the problem they're telling us today is just all about the ID card and passport.
I think there's something deeper than what we see in this letter.
But we are not, no, I understand. But what I'm saying is that what we know, because if there's anything, you cannot be talking, you cannot cross a bridge until you get there. It's difficult.
I agree with you.
Yeah, you cannot cross a bridge until you get there. You
they
ask you to do an ID card, you want to tell us what we are doing here. Is that what that letter content? That was not the purpose of the letter.
Agree.
So all the names he cited had nothing to do. We don't even need to even make reference to that.
Okay, I agree.
Yes. He made a mistake and made a reference to somebody and they want to take that person again, form a committee to do that. No. That would be outrageous. We can't even do that. We cannot do that. Yes. The only thing which we need to do, just like you said, is that we just want to thank them for responding to the letter 2 months after. That's just all. That one is so it speaks volume. That one speaks volume. That at least we give you a response, and 2 months later, that's the time you are responding. So what do you expect? What do you expect?
Yeah, that is very, very important. That phrase.
Yes.
And then because of that aspect, we're very, very sorry. It's rather unfortunate that
good.
We cannot.
That the procedure cannot go.
With a good intention that we had. Just short, let him just like that. Yeah, be very professional.
Yes.
That's it.
So, other comment?
Abel says she supported. Can you speak to the mic?
Yeah, supported.
What Bob says, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just sit, acknowledge, be professional, and let them understand that, the fact that they responded to our letter so late, against our imagination, we can proceed with this. But that notwithstanding, in the future, we do hope that our things will go the way they're supposed to go.
Yeah, I think I concur also. Hello?
Yep.
That's good. Yeah, that was just why I'm trying to say that that is the way we just have to do it.
Yeah.
Any other comment on that?
Another comment that I was just, even though I concur, but that one other aspect that we need to start making our people back home understand is that if somebody is inviting you somewhere, you need to have a hand in it, get involved in it. Wherever you get stuck, then you reach out to say, I'm stuck at this point. I don't know how to proceed. Can you be of any help? Or don't just sit and wait that look I'm just talking out of context now because
no, but that's right.
Yeah, when I hear about 110, 250,000 for passport and all those things, it means that why in this whole world they are living in Cameroon, none of them can even establish a passport on their own, even if they don't have to go to anywhere. Or is that what they're saying? That's what they're saying. Even an ID card, somebody will have to send you money to go and establish an ID card for you, send you money to go and do a passport for you, and then still bring you back to wherever, to the US or wherever you want to go, and then still take care of your flight ticket, take care of your lodgement and your logistics and everything. why maybe I might be talking like this because I might be saying this thing because we are over here, and then maybe we don't really understand the reality of what is going on with them back home there. But the Cameroon is rich. Those guys back home, they are very rich. I know them.
Prince, we don't need to go into the nitty-gritty of
that's what I'm just saying.
But what we are saying is that somebody invite you, like you said it very clearly. If you have a difficult somewhere, talk to that person. But now let me tell you the abuse that we are having. We are organizing something here. If you have anything, it is us. But when you take somebody again from Britain, instead of asking where the event is taking place, that is where I'm still saying this. If you have an advisor in Britain, bro, let me tell you, where the event is taking place, you can call Elian, you call Solomon, you call this person, I am organizer. Tell me more. I have this worry. I have this worry. But you will take somebody from another state very far. How would the person know what is on the ground? That is number one. Number two, there is a false statement, what we call misrepresentation. And I wrote to them very clean and clear. Passport is $110. Let me tell you, if the fund need transport or whatsoever, but tell us the truth. Let me tell you, there are things that you don't do it openly in a group.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, when it involves a group, tell the truth, because we are there. We must provide him transport. Don't tell me that the cost of a passport is $250,000.
That French mentality, that Cameroon corrupt, double dipping Cameroon mentality.
And that's why I told them that fraud that was happening in Cameroon is no more. And I detailed the procedure. That's why you see Teachero right here. He said, thank you very much for outlining that procedure very clean and clear. And I put it clear. It is 110. And once you get to a cyber cafe, they give you a receipt. You take that receipt, go to delegation, they establish passport, you take it in the next 2 days. So the fraud that people have been frauding 500, 10, and so on and so forth is no longer taking place. But now you come and tell me that it is 250 in America. Now, what are you trying to tell us? A group. It makes us like the children. He doesn't even know what he is even talking about. I can American could take a passport. We're gonna have 250. I mean, he has not even inquired about it. He is not even interested in doing that. He would have known the price. As you know. So there's a lot of issue that is going on. We might not go out of context, but we are just saying this. But we have to do the right thing. We are here for right purpose. We are here to make sure we help our village in every way we want to do. We were just extending an invitation. It wasn't an obligation for him to come. He can come, and as well, he doesn't come. We're just trying to inform they might give him a multiple entry. We hear a job. In the next 6 months again, and from there he has already created a route to start coming to America. But I wonder what Chube see and so on. So I think the summary we are trying to give, which I think the secretary will work maybe with me and the rest, and then we'll work to send that thing. It will just be very short. They've responded. We're happy about it. It took a long time, but we find out the procedure that you guys were supposed to do at that level. Once it is not done, then we cannot also do what we are supposed to do from this end. So chief figures and one.
Okay,
Chairman,
yes. This another thing that I'm taking away from here that will help us to help help assist our father as well. I'm taking away from here that our father is not the kind of father that has one advisor. He got many advisors. Maybe it would be a good thing to work around. Our father doesn't do things by himself. We may have to take this home that the advisors need to be informed and create awareness that would dispel ignorance. This is, again, I repeat, this is deeper than what you and I, and the purpose for which it's been set up, it may be unintended, but the purpose, they are achieving it because they've created a forum for us to do what we are doing right now. So again, it will also be a takeaway to make sure we identify who father's advisors are, and maybe it's a takeaway. It's not something you're gonna write in there, but I'm just giving this as some sort of education to dispel ignorance. Total ignorance, like Sonny say, and Prince said it too. So let's not waste our time again on issues like this.
All right, Convention Chair, you know this is your competent.
I understand that. That's
Yes.
why this is not a this is part of the committee that I expected to Chora. That's why I've been holding Prince. Prince knows that I've been expecting Prince to update me on this. And so when you convene this, is within your prerogatives to do what you've done, and you've cut my job highly 99.9%. Because if I were to be, if Prince was supposed to, or Techora would have brought this to me, that would have made the job to me to be very discouraging and despicable. Over.
All right, so Makonte was one number convention chair just just come out with the summary of what we've written.
This has nothing to do with, this is what I'm expecting from Techora, Prince, and those who are on the team. There's a special committee. I need the report from this special committee. Whatever we put together is all of us. And then we have already agreed of what it is.
No, the report, Chairman, anymore, we are not going to go into again another meeting apart from the letter we are looking. No. What I want us to respond is this letter. Let's go to this letter. Don't go to Prince and tell him to go and bring some facts from somewhere. We are looking at this letter. We had this letter, right? This letter tells us something that they are going as a convention chair. This is what we want to reply to this letter. We want to reply to this letter, looking at the time, looking at what we've discussed, and then just draft it, and then we'll sit down and then again look at it, edit it, and then I will even out to send it.
Yeah, with due respect, Chair, I've agreed that the secretary will put it together, and this will be a response to the invitation by they have to respect that we have a chairman for the ZATACUDA USA NPO. So we already agreed. We are already agreed what we're going to be doing. Let the secretary put it together, and I will need this report on Sunday that you are responding to the letter acknowledgement that we receive it. We thank them. You cannot work at this point in time, as we already said it. You said it so clearly. I have time to go. I got to go on another meeting. So I think my opinion is basically what everybody has agreed. Let's put it and respond to the letter. Okay. I have other things to do.
All right, Jima Benano, Makoni, in the absence of any other comment, we should be having our normal meeting on Sunday. Makoni, Convention Chair, I think we should have a meeting on Sunday, right?
Yes, sir. Same time, and let's come in there and be brief, and let's get this one. The convention is going to hold.
All right, thank you very much. Jima Benano.
Senator, I want to know the convention. I can also seize this opportunity. The turnover for the contribution is still very timid.
Right.
And we keep communicating to everybody. It's the same thing that is playing on us here with time too, as our own contribution and putting of things together is also concerned.
Yeah, so teacher will get a timeline when America will emphasize that last week. A timeline when that 2 weeks the request that came from 2 participants here. We know them very well. The timeline is this week. 1 week for Chi. I saw this week now in our briefing. Does that particular proposal yield fruit or not? I'm Chair. Yes, so we'll see whether does that proposal yield fruit or not, or was it detrimental? And then now we're able now to resort now to options. See how we have to do. But to follow what the SJ is saying, please, let's do what we have to do. There's a lot of things that ZATACUDA Dallas is going to do. We are not yet constituted very well, but I'm going to meet my people. My sister is there, my brother is there, the rest of the people are there. We are going to meet and make sure things happen and happen good.
So we thank you so much. It will happen. And Baba, Oron wedding will happen. Abo.
Okay. About no.
Abo.
Sunday.
Or a
Bor
Nibob. Alice.
What
Nibo.
about
Nibo.
Okay.
yes?
Awakawa Minash at Tuam or Bona.
Okay, Grangidi,
Awo.
Mabobo, chat with no media.
Okay, I'm a guy. I'm a ton. My book to which in Uriga. Man, Oram Bang Book, I need Bob, and Bang. And lawyer, but come on, lawyer, I had no one in Baba, but I'm an Obo.
Better. I see you visit the office when I close mother.
Wakoni tifa kwinyiri fetri no ba yana bobo to mo wa ma ga yan be ngam ope nwese mo masa gamba banji mo ga ke
Ma to yimun o Zangbeng, lawyer, I want to bury Zangbeng. What toy no, Cameron Toyman or Manosu, what toy, yeah, Manosi.
Can't bear me Nibo. Can't bear me.
We have fair. Come a toy.
So, Margo, I can't even know be right Zangbeng, been much was he bought talk, and be it for
No, she be my fact, but yet with the Fanya Nizi, the thing it was in your fan, Kappa. I think the camera good running.
I'm better Jim J.
Please,
But
Yeah.
for a tumble champion.
yeah,